Hey everyone, so let's talk about change. It's one of those things that's just always happening, right? Whether you're in the middle of a massive construction project or just trying to get through a new semester at university, change is constant. And yeah, it can be exciting, but let's be real, it can also be a huge challenge. Today, we're going to look at the blueprint for not just getting through change, but actually leading it. I mean, have you ever been there? A sudden shift? Maybe a new boss on the job site, a totally different software you're supposed to use for class, or a last-minute change of plans, and you just feel completely swamped? Of course you have. It's a totally universal feeling, because change, at its core, is disruptive. And there's a really good reason we feel that way. When change isn't managed well, it just breeds confusion, amps up anxiety, and can create some serious resistance from your team. Just picture a construction site for a second. New safety regulations drop out of nowhere, or a key material is delayed for weeks. Suddenly, the whole project is thrown into chaos. That hits morale, it crushes productivity, and it definitely hurts the bottom line.
Okay, but what if there was a way to handle all that disruption? A kind of playbook to turn that potential chaos into total clarity? Well, good news, there is, and it's called change management. It's a structured game plan that can make all the difference.
So, what is change management exactly? The best way to think about it is as the official strategy for moving people, whether that's just you, your team, or a whole company, from where they are now to where they need to be. It's how you handle those big shifts, like adopting brand new technology or completely rethinking how a building gets put together. And any good playbook has some key elements, right? These are the four non-negotiables. First up, clear communication. You have to keep everyone in the loop so rumors can't start. Then there's training. You got to give people the skills and the confidence to actually do the new thing. Third, real support. Because let's face it, change can be hard on a personal level, not just a professional one. And finally, strong leadership. That's the glue that holds this whole thing together, steering the ship with a really clear vision. And this whole journey isn't just one big event. It's really a four-stage process. You start with preparation, getting ready for what's coming. Then you move into detailed planning. After that, it's go time with implementation. And finally, and this is super important, you review and reinforce the change to make sure it actually sticks around. Let's go back to our construction example to make this real. So a bunch of new building codes just got released. The preparation phase isn't about running around in a panic. No, it's about methodically going through those new codes, figuring out exactly how they're going to impact your project, and getting the whole team ready for what's next. And this is where that prep work starts to pay off. During the planning phase, your strategy really comes to life. You've got architects and engineers revising the blueprints, project managers sourcing new materials, and a whole new timeline getting hammered out. It's all about creating a super clear path forward. Of course, no plan is ever perfect, and that path to change is almost always going to have some bumps. So let's get real and talk about the common roadblocks you're probably going to face, and, more importantly, how to get around them. Does any of this look familiar? The biggest hurdles are almost always people problems. You'll get resistance from team members who are just comfortable with the old way of doing things. You might see a lack of visible support from leaders, which just kills momentum. Or worse, bad communication that lets rumors and mistrust fill the air. These aren't just little annoyances. These are the things that make great ideas fail. I absolutely love this quote from Socrates because it's all about a mindset shift. The goal isn't to fight with people or force them to let go of the past. The real secret is to channel all that energy into building something new, something that everyone is excited to be a part of. It's a huge shift from resistance to collaboration. Okay, so let's watch this play out. Imagine a construction company trying to modernize. They decide to bring in new project management software. This is such a classic change scenario, right? Moving from piles of paperwork and endless spreadsheets to a single, streamlined digital system. Now, this shows you the two paths this can take. Without a change management plan, it's just chaos. You get confusion, delays, people actively resisting the new tool, and in the end, a total failed adoption. What a waste. But with a plan, you get clear training, real support, a team that actually gets why this new tool is better, and a successful rollout that makes everyone's job easier. The difference is literally night and day. So the big question is, how do you make sure you end up on the successful side of that equation? How do you make that change actually stick? Well, here are the keys you can use to unlock a really smooth transition. Okay, so how do you get it right? It really comes down to three simple but super powerful tips. First, start early. Don't wait until the last minute. plan and communicate as soon as you possibly can. Second, involve your people. Get input from the employees who are actually affected by the change. If there's a supply chain issue on a construction site, guess who has the best ideas for a solution? The crew on the ground. So ask them. And finally, be transparent. People can handle almost any change if they just understand the why behind it. That's how you build trust, and trust is everything. So, we've walked through the playbook, we've looked at the hurdles, and we've got the keys to success. Change really doesn't have to be this big, scary source of stress. It can be an amazing opportunity for growth. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Now that you have these tools in your back pocket, how will you lead the next change?